On Tuesday last week, the comic community suffered a huge loss. We learned that Empire Comics had suddenly passed away. Empire was a beloved friend, a loving father, a gem within this community, and someone we all truly cherished. So that being said,
tonight's show is dedicated to Empire Comics.
We love and we miss you, buddy. Rest easy and fly high.
To Empire Comics. We love you, and we miss you already.
Empire, thanks for being a brother in the community. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the laughs. You're going to be sorely missed.
Empire, we love you, brother. We miss you already.
welcome to episode 6 of the weekend wrap-up. My name is Blakk Crown Comics, but we've got a big show for you tonight. Now, you saw the intro. I'm sure everyone's pretty much heard the news. It's been a heavy week, but we've lost a brother within the community. But I'm not going to talk too much about that yet, because we got a guest backstage who would definitely like to say a few words. So we're going to bring him in. But before we do, I'm sure you guys saw the thummy. Maybe you guys recognize this man. But like I said, Hyper gave me my start in YouTube. But this man put me on that spotlight on his channel. And man, dude, I appreciate this guy, especially with everything going on this week. The true ones, you know who they are. He's a brother to me. So let's bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Newbie.
Yo, it's so weird being on this side, man. Like I was saying, like I didn't see the timer. I couldn't see. Like I had to move from private chat to comments. But what's going on, man? Long time listener, first time guest. Was that how we're saying it?
So let's make you feel at home. Here, better. Does that make you feel better?
Oh man, you're a gem. You're a gem.
But yeah, man, dude, I'm happy you're here. This is the first time in a long time that we actually share the screen, just the two of us, right?
Just the two of us.
Well, I
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I used to play a lot of sports. Basketball was my number one sport, and I would always rock number 10. And then in practice, I would always have the number 6. So I was always, born in June as well, the 6th month. The 6 is always cool. So like it's kind of weird that you brought me on episode 6.
So hold on. Your first number was 10.
And yeah, my game day games like wore 10, but in practice I wore 6 because nobody wore 6. And then I get it because some people might be like, well, LeBron does that, and I hate LeBron, but I'm basically LeBron.
So was 6 just that was an extra jersey on the sideline? You picked it up, or did it mean anything to you?
Oh, it was. I don't know. 6 has always been one of those numbers, and I'm like, you know what? I like it, but I don't know. It was just like a mentality. I don't want to get too sporty here because I don't want to. This is a comic show. Let's keep it comics.
Yes, but of course, speaking comics, we got a ton of stuff to talk about. Market, there was quite some moves, and of course, hot topics. We're going to talk some of the hot topics of the week. But speaking topics, not really a hot topic. It was a heavy topic. Empire Comics unfortunately passed away. This one shook us all to our core, and in fact, we found out while on stream together with Rocksteady on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. After the show, that was like the one thing we were talking about. And I can't remember offhand, so I do apologize if they're watching, but the gentleman that had like actually brought it up, and I, in the private chat and even afterwards, I had said to Greg, I'm like, dude, I literally thought I was going to break down. Like it hurt, especially because I was just talking to him like the night before. Yeah. He had wished me a happy birthday. Like we were just, so it's shitty. Life is short. He was a great guy. To be honest, we didn't talk every day. We talked probably every other day, every third day, but he was always there. I posted a little video myself. He was rushing to get onto the show because he knew he was my guest that one day, and he came on a total of 4 times, and he was always up for it. Didn't matter if he was tired or anything. He just wanted to shoot the shit, talk. And anybody who had him on his shows knows, like, the backstage before, even during the show, like, it was just a hangout. It was one of the dudes. It was outside of comics. It was, everything, sports, family, travel, anything you can imagine, man. He was always fun to talk to. So prayers go out to his family. Please make sure that you guys go and support that GoFundMe, and every little bit helps. So
yeah, we're definitely going to drop the link to the GoFundMe after the show. I'll put it within the description, and of course within the comments and so forth, so that everybody gets to see it. But yeah, man, everything you just said, 100%. Clearly loved by the community, and we definitely saw it last night. In fact, just a quick shout out. I was on Spine Ticks last night. They paid a lot of tribute. Yeah, man, they were showing some love to Empire, and you felt it, man. The energy was incredible. You go back to watch the replay if you guys missed it. But Spine Ticks
that's the number one important thing, is the fact that, like, the love he's getting is not fake.
Yep.
He's everybody, and like, even ourselves, right? Like, when 2020 came with COVID and we were kind of sent to YouTube, and people were starting up their channels and stuff like that, like, you've built bonds with these people, you've built friendships. Like, you and Greg, I talk to every day. Like, people like Sith, I talk to, if not every other day, every third day, or every time there's something going on. I still haven't even messaged him about NHL free agency, but it just goes to show you that the energy is not fake. It's real for him. And I'm not surprised with the overwhelm. What's the word I'm looking for? Not attention, but like support. Yeah, there you go. The support that's been given to Emp and his family. So big shout outs to everybody who's helped, who's donated, who's spread the word. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Agreed. But like I said, it's a huge loss. But like I said with yesterday's show on Spine Ticks, lots of love, lots of you felt it, man. The energy was there. It's like he was there. You knew everybody was connecting at that point, and it was very spontaneous. I had no intent. No one reached out saying, "Hey, do you want to come on?" or vice versa. I didn't hit up Sith. It was just in the moment thing, and the show grew, man. The show had like 5 people. We ended up 10 at one point, and it was really, really cool. So go check that out. But that being said, now let's get to the show. We're going to say hi to the chat because I see some people popping off over here. So Comic Chic, yes, dude. Radiant Black podcast. If you guys haven't yet, go check it out. He's absolutely killing it. Their team is killing it, covering everything Radiant. Newbies, are you caught up on this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love, Radiant Blue was probably like my favorite, especially when they met Radiant Yellow. I think that was like the best part of it. The first appearance of Silver Radiant is probably going to be the book. So I'm telling you guys right now, that's probably going to be the book.
Yeah. The Radiant Megazord and so forth. I feel you. But no, all jokes aside, guys, do definitely go check out.
Yeah, go support.
Yeah. Michael Baker's in the house. Baker, man. Yes, lots of good books to discuss. Even some that didn't sell today. Yes. In fact, let's just rip off that Band-Aid and bring it up right away. Guys, you remember we were talking Void Rivals on this channel since the launch because, yeah, man, it passed FOC on the first episode. Now, last week, we had Void Rivals 1, the 1 in 100 that hit $300 Canadian on eBay. Raw sale. Today, we saw an eBay listing starting at around 400, if I'm not mistaken, or 500. And it was buy now option of $1,000. Did not sell, but the 9/8 is out there. The 9/8 is out there.
What is the Lord of the Rings card, man? Fuck.
No, but we will talk about that card as well tonight. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm curious to see what it's going to sell for. They relisted it back at 300 starting bid, so we'll see. But 300 raw, it was selling last week. Now 300.
Yeah, but you know what? Big shout outs to New York. I don't know what borough he's from, but an interesting businessman once said, "Today's price is not tomorrow's price, or today's price is not yesterday's price." And that's kind of what happens with some of these books, man. FOMO sometimes takes over.
Yes, sir. But all right, let's move on. Let's see what else is here. Pacino's in the house. Pacino always coming to hang out on every opposite week with myself here on the channel, always holding it down. So I appreciate Pacino, even though he's costed me a lot more money on Pokemon cards lately. But that's another topic. Comic Nation US, yes, time to process books and listen to the show, guys. Of course, if you're within the US, FOC is still doable at this time. It's 9:10 p.m. Eastern time here where we're at. Get your FOCs in with Comic Nation US. Go visit their website, and if you're within the US, use the discount code Lift Arrows for an additional 5% off. What else we got here? Steve's in the house, man. What's up, chat? What's up, BCC?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, I missed this guy. I told him.
I
straight up,
know.
we got to get together. We got to hang
Yeah.
out, whether it's on his channel, this channel,
Wherever,
their
man.
channel, whatever channel.
You know what? I gotta be honest, man. I like being asked to join shows.
Yeah.
More so than like hosting.
can I come
there's
on?
There's more responsibility. Like right now, I was clicking on comments. And I'm like, oh right, it's not me. Like I'm enjoying just like hanging out. So yeah, preferably your channel or his, man. I would be down to hang out again, man. It's been a while.
It's funny you say that. I'll bring up something a little after, but let's keep going. But Comic Codex is in the house. This beautiful man. Yes, he's actually a legit family of mine. So kids are out cold. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Spine Ticks, of course. Like I said, go check out the replay. It was a great show last night, man. Had a lot of fun. I'm actually like itching. I woke up itching. Like I need to get back on Spine Ticks. Dude, I slept 2 hours. 2 hours.
I know we talked. Yeah.
And I'm still here.
That's the thing. Like, so the one time that I was on the show, like he like Sith had made it like, you know, and that's the thing with Sith.
Yeah.
He makes you feel really wanted and that you're special, and that's what I love, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing, right? Like back then I was like, okay, man, I got to go at 1. And now I always tell him, I'm like, hey, listen, dude, I'm getting off work at like 11:30. Maybe I could like chill for a bit, but I definitely got to make my way back to Spine Ticks for sure.
Definitely, because one of the more fun guys to hang out with as well is Uncanny Swag, man. And he was a great time last night. Definitely go check it out. He kept popping in and out. I guess he had some internet issues, but Steph's Comics is in the house as well. Lefteros, no FOC post tonight, but that's because FOC was weak. Yeah, very weak. But hold on, we will say something about FOC a little later. There was a sneaky book.
Ooh, come on. Yeah. Low print run. Are you one of those influencers that pushes books, man?
Maybe. I just might be.
Man.
I did start off on your channel.
The grasshopper has learned.
Yep. Constantino's in the house, man. Constantino, bro, appreciate you being here. Jeb, man, infamous Jeb. Jeb definitely got to hop on this channel. If you guys haven't yet, go check out Jeb on Instagram, covering everything and anything symbiote related. He's killing it. Dan Delatorre, of course, another man that we hung out with last night. I hope you got your oven fixed. That's all I'm going to say. If you guys want to know more about the oven issue, go check out the show last night. Paul in the 619, bro, another brother from last night, man. That was fun. We had a great time. Swear to God, I left that show feeling like we became best friends at that point, talking wrestling, talking.
I'm right here, man. Right here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just right here. Okay.
Are you though?
Wow.
But yeah, man. So okay, you're still up.
You know, I wasn't expecting to make an enemy today, but Paul, here we are.
Yep, there you are. So RP as well is in the house. RP, bro, always appreciate you being here. Of course, Chia Pet's in the house, another local brother of mine. So I greatly appreciate you being here. Yeah, Transformers has price a ceiling. Yep, in your opinion, I totally agree. Juan is in the house. Juan, thank you for being here, buddy. Pacino, are you breaking your cherry with poker? Yeah, I just don't know which card, man. I think I'm gonna go with Articuno, but we'll talk about that.
Articuno.
Yeah, Articuno. Raging Cajun. Yeah, man. My other LA Kings brother. Yes, Newbie. I do cheer for 2 teams. LA Kings.
All 7 of you.
Stop. All 7 of us. Come on, there's more than 7 fans. I just don't know how it's gonna look now with the recent trades, but Swag's in the house, man. Swag, definitely appreciate you being here as well, dude. I saw he started shipping out his books, man. Did you see that?
Yeah,
the man was hustling,
dude. I can't wait to have a drink with Swag. I told Swag, I'm like, listen, you're gonna be super famous at Terrificon. Everyone's gonna want your autograph, this, that. All I said was, listen, just one picture and one drink, and then you know, you can go and be with your fans, man. But I can't wait to go and finally meet Swag, man. I think he's in for a rude awakening because, like, you know, people don't realize I'm like 6'4", so
yeah, he's totally 4'6", but It's dude, I'm sad I'm not gonna be there, man. I wish I could hang out with all of you, but yeah, man, I saw Swag grinding, man. And of course he grinds on, making such
big
great
time.
content all
Big
the time. But I saw him packing and I was like, dude, it takes me 20 minutes to ship like 2 books. It's nuts. But yeah, man. So who else is here? Jean-Francois Lerotte, man. How's it going, buddy? Nice to have you here. W Vogs, yes, definitely. Got to meet him last night. He was on the chat, so that was awesome. But appreciate you being here, bro. I think we got pretty much. Yeah, see, Swag's ready.
Okay,
Swag's
perfect.
ready.
Perfect.
Already mixing those cocktails. But yeah, man. So like I was saying, thanks to you, started doing all this YouTube stuff. So I'm honored to have you now on this side of town. And in fact, I was actually doing some homework, and I was like, man, what was the first show I did with Newbie?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, exactly. And it was one where the panel was pretty stacked. I think we were about 3 or 4 people. Sorry, yeah, there was 4 people. There was I forget his name, Skef. I don't know.
Who?
Something like that, Skef.
With the beard, big beard.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Yeah, so he was on that show. That was my first ever show on your channel, but it was irrelevant because
It's a good company.
yeah, it was irrelevant. But then after, I got the permanent invite to be a part of the Tuesday show, the Sunday show, New Comic Book Day. And guys, look.
It's Blakk Crown. I ain't doing no drum roll though.
What is up, guys? I appreciate that silent drum roll, guys. Thanks. That was awesome.
Dude, I tried, man. But
Man, it was a maximum effort, bro. Maximum effort.
It's face. But yeah, so welcome. This is BC's first time on the New Comic Book Show. If you missed it, he was on.
Yeah,
he was on Tuesday's show. He was on Tuesday's show, and he'll be joining us for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, he sticks around long enough to be witness to a few characters that I create in my own newbie verse. But yeah, we'll go from there.
And boy, did we go from there. Here we are 2 years later, bro.
Okay, hold on. First of all, I think my hair looks way better in that video, but that was also like COVID. That was always COVID. So I don't know what happened with my barber then to now because it's the same goddamn barber. Second of all, I just do want to say one thing. I was working midnights that night, and that's actually, I'm not even working at that office anymore, so I can say, but I was actually working that night. Like that's actually one of the offices, and I just brought my gear, and I just did a show at work on a midnight shift. So yeah, kudos to me. One Chewy, two Chewy. Yeah, he's never gonna let that go, man. Sis has got a clip of that too. So yeah,
dude, the newbie clips were in there last night too, man. So definitely check those out.
Oh man. Fuck.
But all right, Noob, let's get into it. I know you like talking market, you like talking spec books, you like talking all that fun stuff. So we're gonna hop straight into the market. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Yes, market time. Thank you. So market, of course, we always check out what's going on CBSI, cover price, eBay, go collect. That's pretty much where we're getting the data from. And of course, there were some pretty cool books. It seems like every week there's some sneaky surprises, man. One thing I will say, video games.
Oh yeah,
we've been saying this. I've been saying it every week so far. I know others have said it for quite some time, but there's always a new one that pops up. I'm like, man, now I want this. Right, the FOMO kicks.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. And you know what? It was funny because I was actually thinking about some of the comics the last like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
On my drive to home today, and I was like, man, should I have kept that book? Should I not have kept that book? It just happens week in, week out, and we know it's going to happen. We know it happens. It happens to every book except if you're Tosin or if you're Spider Boy, basically. Like two in the last little bit. I think there's been like 3 or 4 in the last 3-4 years that are really big. But
yeah, it
happens week in, week out, and everybody falls for it all the time.
Yeah, man. I just want to say hi to some people who just popped in. Hyper is here. Hyper, yes. I had a fucking blast with Hyper last night on the Spine Ticks Cruise show. So go check that out, like I said earlier. AOA, man. AOA. Thank you for being here. Appreciate
AOA. Yeah, I still can extort AOA from a comment he made. He didn't know I was watching, but I screenshotted what he said. So
oh shit.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the perfect time to release that.
But all right, you ready? Let's get into the first book. Now, of course, let's take a step back before we get into it. Of course, Spider-Verse, Spider-Man books are still popping in there, but I figured we'll start off with a book because I do this list in no particular order. We're not going 10, 9, 8 to 1, all over the place from different websites and so forth. So I saw this book on the list and I'm like, I think Newbie would highly appreciate. We start the show with this one. So Newbie, this one's just for you. It's the Hulk Annual. Number 1. Yes. First appearance of the Eldest. So if you guys haven't read it, or maybe you missed it, you actually got a preview at the end of this annual that showed you what was going to be taking place within this current run. I think it was about 5-6 pages. And we got to see an appearance of the Eldest. So now, obviously, issue 1 came out. People are clearly chasing this one. And as you can see, raw copies are going for $25 to $35 Canadian. This one came in at number 3 on cover price. Noob, what's your take on this one?
First of all, I love to give credit where credit is due to anybody, especially when people help me 100%, especially because I don't read everything. And then, let's be honest, Hulk, the Donny Cates run kind of put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, right? But I got to give you credit, man. You told me to get this FOC. I didn't. I was like, I don't know, man. A villain. I don't know, man. The art looks like crap. I don't know, man. Here we are a few weeks later and it's $25, $35. I've always said that if a book reaches, $15, $20 mark, it's a success. The fact that it's reaching 35, and I know it's reaching 35 because there's a few that have sold 35, 40 even on our Facebook groups and things like that up here in Canada. And it is a book that people are chasing. It's not on shelves anymore. So I got to give kudos to you, man. You were really early on it. I didn't listen. I'm paying for it. But number 3 on the list, man. Those books move once they get on that top 10.
Yeah, and we'll see how it holds up because I mean, out the gate, it's a cool read, man. I really enjoyed issue 1. So looking forward to seeing where this is gonna go. But it seems there's a lot of promise here with so
it's back to back, right? So it's the annual and the issue 1 that just came out. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So like consecutive weeks, both of them. From what I hear, are great reads, and people are enjoying the Hulk run again. So it's looking good.
Yep. Pretty happy about it. So we'll see how this one plays out. But I also want to give credit to Chia Pet. Chia Pet 2 was on this one, and we were talking about this one together. So shout out to him. And of course, if you guys got some copies, man, look, who knows, right? We look back at the one below, right, from the Immortal Hulk run. So I don't know, man. $35, dude, give me 25 for one copy. I'd be happy.
Yeah, but like it's like anything though, right? I mean, like take some experienced people, right? And you look at books like say ASM 365 or Spider-Man 2099 number 1, right? Like the book was always $1. It was a joke, even when people were like, no, it's the it's the shit. People don't listen until it's in the face. It's the John Cena effect, and who knows? Maybe down the road this has the same effect. But I'm just glad that it's back to being like a good read because the Donny Cates thing just kind of ruined it for a lot of people.
Yeah, we got to say hi to some people popping in here, especially Rocksteady. Rocksteady, obviously, I know the weather is horrible where you're at, but man, stay safe. I know it's a little far from you what's going on, but Alberta's being hit, man, with some weird weather. But appreciate you being here regardless, my friend. And Rocksteady was here 2 weeks ago. We had a killer show. It was
I'm gonna be seeing him tomorrow, and I'm gonna be seeing him at Terrificon in about 25 days. So I'm pumped, man. I can't wait.
Look at you. But of course, Uni is in the house, man. Uni, always a great time chatting with him on Instagram. He's spreading knowledge, sharing information. Go follow him if you're not already. All right. I'll trade you first appearance of Titan for this. Hell no, man. That's some toilet paper right there. All right. Let's move on from this one. But Amazing Spider-Man 209 is back on the list. So first appearance of Calypso. Clearly, this one started to get some recognition again, popping back on the charts once we got that horrendous Kraven the Hunter trailer by Sony. CGC 98, dude, sold for $305.01 Canadian, June 29, 2023. This came in at number 10 on cover price. Now, when we look at this book selling at this price, I don't know, man. I feel a little indifferent, I guess we can say, because I do know that on the census there's about maybe 300 approximately in a 9.8. So how do you feel about that, man, price wise?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man collector. Big Venom fan, of course. Spidey obviously being an OG, but I don't think that even the Spidey people would consider this, early Spidey. I know it's 209 and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of comparing this, and you had sent me the slides and stuff like that, and the books to kind of prepare myself. And like the noob I am, I do not prepare at all, baby. I just do it natural. But it was interesting because I did take a look at them, obviously, and I kind of relate this one to first appearance of Mobius. If you remember the Fantastic Four one, same thing, right? That 9.8 actually popped to, I think it reached 380 to 450 Canadian at one point. And then I think there was one sale for like 650 Canadian for it. Some of these characters are gonna, pop up because, when they're brought in, movie or show, you don't necessarily know, kind of where their future is going to go. So could it be a big character? Yes. We all know that, that jingle, they don't have to follow the comics, but they sometimes do. So who knows how big or how small. To me, this is a pass. I'm okay with it. If I could get $300 for this in a 9.8, I'd probably sell it for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, there's 300 approximately on census now. With what Lefteros is saying, even without the movie, this is a cool book to own. As a Spidey fan, I agree. People might feel different, but price is a bit high in last year. So exactly with the Craven news.
Mm-hmm. But this one, like, okay, BC, like, and chat as well. How many people, and this might come to, bite me in the ass because there's probably like 5 people in the chat that are like, Calypso's my favorite character. I dress up like that all the time. How many Calypso fans do we really have, right? This is a perfect example of one of those books that, like, if you really want it and you're trying to get a buck out of it, it's not 2020, it's not 2021. So I don't, the flipping market's a little bit different. I think that if you really want this book, or, you just got that FOMO, I think you'd be surprised at what, like, a few months does to this, or after the movie. I think you'll be able to get it a little, cheaper. Always remember too, I know we use it as FOMO, but I've always said, when things are announced or books are hot, you're late to the party. It's like, you should be selling, you shouldn't be buying. You know what I mean? So.
No, for sure. Spinetick Sith, of course, look, saying nice that it's already in my short box just from being a collector. Likewise, man, to be honest with you, this book was in a lot of about 40 ASM books that I bought for $80. So that was $2 a pop. Just to give you an idea. And that was back maybe, I would say 4 years ago. So,
but BC, what do I always say? We always talk about this, like, just not shows aside, and like Sith has heard me say this too, but like patience. This game is patience. So if you could, this thing was like nothing for a long period of time. You just got to have patience, and then boom, there you go.
For sure. Nusha Venom's in the house, man. Appreciate you, another local boy. I know exactly what he's talking about when it comes to that water park. Daredevil 310, first cover of Calypso, is also another great book. So there you go. Of course, Jeb sharing some info. But all right, let's move on from this one. Edge of Spider-Verse 2, another Spider-Man book, makes the list, of course. This one is the first appearance of Penny Parker. Obviously, definitely hit with fans after the first Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse movie. CGC 9.8 sold for $231.57 Canadian on June 25th, 2023. And this one came in at number 19 as a runner-up within the cover price list. So, look, I have this book. I think it's a cool book to own. This run obviously put out some good read, in my opinion, and also everybody knows we got the first appearance of, Gwen, Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider. But yeah, man, we got some cool things within the run. But this one, I'll be honest with you, before even knowing that these movies were coming. Yeah, I thought it was a cool appearance, but I never thought it would pop to the point where it's at right now.
The thing with this, man, this is a love-hate relationship for me with the Edge of Spider-Verse. And you know this firsthand because we just had 2 Edge of Spider-Verse runs come out. One this year and then one, I think, in the fall of last year, or maybe just before the summer. I can't remember. But we always go back to one thing, right? And you've said it even in our conversations privately or with Greg or whoever. you've said, hey man, remember Gwen came out of this, you know, hey, remember this character was in it. So anytime these Edge of Spider-Verse things come, like I have these full sets, I go after the variants, I go after the ratios, because you never know.
Yeah.
This one, I remember after the first movie, it really popped. And then even afterwards, it was a little hard to get. There is a, Greg, correct me if I'm wrong if you're here, because I know you are the later printing expert, but there is a blue one, right? And I think that's the second print. I don't think there's a third print, but that second print is also a hard-ass book to find. You don't see them often. I think in the last 3 years, I think I maybe have seen one
of
in
this
show.
book.
Yeah,
I've actually never seen that. So
no,
to be honest with you,
I've seen it. Yeah.
yeah, that completely.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll be honest. I was after this book for a while, like a year ago, just because I thought things were cooling down. But then, you know, they had announced like, oh, Spider-Verse 2's coming out, boom. And then everything kind of just kicked back. So I'm okay.
Silly Spider is the next Miles Morales. Yeah, man, that was an interesting one. But Ozzy's in the house, bro. Ozzy, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. So like I said, those Spider books are still hanging on there, man, within the top 10 lists, whether it be cover price, CBSI, you see them, even dude, go collect. But yeah, man, I will definitely hang on. I don't know if I would sell them personally. I don't think I would.
I wouldn't. I would just keep it right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. Before I move on, JF is in the house, man. Missing that one in my run, dude. I'm pretty sure now with the delays. So the next movie's it's looking like it's gonna be pushed. Amy
I'm
Pascal.
shocked.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Shocked. Oh my god.
But yeah, man, I could see it coming back down a little bit. So just hang tight, man. But all right, next book. Now here we go. You heard the news, right? ROM 1. This one here came in at number 15 within the runner-ups list on cover price. So origin and first appearance of ROM, Brandy Clark, and the Dire Wraiths. Now CGC 98 sold, dude, $396.91 Canadian on June 28th, 2023. And yeah, man, this being because of the news with Hasbro, now Marvel's acquired ROM back, as well as Micronauts. So I know they're putting out Omnibus, I think later this year. Now, will we see them back in comics afterwards? That's something to keep an eye out for. I would assume so. I know they're also going to put out some facsimiles. So it's neat to see that people are flocking to this, but I don't think I'd be spending this much money on our Space Knight over here, would you?
No, I mean, this reminds me of when we broke the news about Micronauts 8 with what was it, Captain Universe or whatever the hell it was. Micronauts, I think it was 8. And then the thing popped off. You see them all the time. Like I've seen this book many times. I don't know. Like I don't want to offend anybody because like I know there's probably ROM Space Knights fans out there.
Yes.
And what I'm about to say, some people might be like, "Oh man, what the hell?" But like, I could really care less about this book, to be honest with you. If you're spending $400 Canadian, great. I don't know if I would be. I personally don't think. There's a lot of things that get picked up by studios that are just on shelf.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many. I mean, you know, go look at Oblivion Song, go look at like all these things that we say all the time when an indie comes out. Oh, it's option. Yeah, but like sometimes it's just option because people just want to shelf it and keep it for 20, 30 years. You never know. So I don't know. For this one, I'm okay passing.
I think an acquisition that Marvel recently did that I would really like to see take place is obviously with Miracle Man. I'd love to see Miracle Man be the next big bad in a big event, right? Rather than here he comes.
And I think Vancouver Comic Junkie would love that because I know he's a big Miracle Man, Mr. Miracle fan too. So yeah, it'd be great. But yeah, this one, when I saw some of the sales that were happening for this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. You know, like sometimes you have to look at it as it's okay not to get it. I'd love to see Rom kick Iron Man's ass in an issue.
That's starting fights.
See, this is what I don't get. Dan Delatorre will always throw shade at Iron Man, but his damn avatar is Tales of Suspense 39. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, Dan's got every reason to show that one off. It's a beauty. But yeah, man. Good times. Rom snob. Yeah. There you go. Steph's. Yeah. Rom.
Yeah, I said it.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll move on from this one. Now here, I think this is probably the final Spider book that we'll talk about. There's a ton more books to discuss. But Spider-Punk 2, dude, this one absolutely surprised me. First appearance of Taskmaster.
Shelves. It's still on shelves.
It is. This was
Still on
Spider-Punk 2
shelves.
within the last run that had come out.
Yeah.
You get the first appearance of Taskmaster, Anthony Masters from Earth 138. This sold in a CGC 98 for $204.43 Canadian on June 27, 2023. It came in at number 13 on cover price. And this one, again, like I said, surprised the hell out of me. Newbie, you just finished saying it, still on shelves in many stores. But man, clearly the Spider-Punk love is there right after the movie, and you saw the movie, right?
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Here's
I need a new guest.
Here's where people are gonna like lose interest in your guests or possibly your show. Like, you know, when you go to your analytics and you see at what time the show goes south, it's probably here. Yours truly has not seen Spider-Verse yet. I've been busy. I got a move happening, so I've been busy. I also haven't seen Flash.
Yeah.
The one thing that I can say from everybody who's gone to see it is the fact that, you know, Spider-Punk kind of stole the show. A lot of people were a fan of it. So I can definitely see this being one of those books, anything related to the character down the road. Yeah. It's a cheap buy. And like I said, it's still on the shelves. So you never know. Some shops might even have put it in a sale bin because it's been a bit. Yeah. The only thing, I can't remember who posted it, and maybe we follow the same people, but there's one thing, you know, when you see a picture and you're like, I can't unsee that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had posted like, hey, cool cover, but like I don't like the fact he's like jizzing on this guy.
Okay, I get what you mean by this.
Right. And I haven't been able to like unsee that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Now, I always wondered if this was the inspiration. I'll show it on the big screen for you guys. Now, I'm, you know, Newbie, and maybe the chat doesn't, so here you go. But I'm a big fan of anything rock, metal, punk, you name it. You throw in those electric guitars and I'm there 100%. But looking at the character Taskmaster, he really reminds me of the guitarist from the Misfits, man. Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the inspiration right there, but
I thought it looked like the Misfits logo from the start. You know what I mean? Like their skull. Like I thought that was what it was when I first saw this book. So
yep. But interesting to see, and like I said, man, clearly the love for Spider-Punk is there, so people are now starting to buy on that. So,
I'm sorry, X. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There it is. Look at Newbie now. I can't see. Yeah, dude, he's not wrong. Spidey's doing his thing. Spider. I'm not gonna get into this. But all right, man. Let's move on from this one. Now, here we go. Okay, Jeb. I know you're still somewhere within this chat. Let's share some knowledge. But Extreme Venomverse number 4, the 1-in-25 ratio. To be honest with you guys, this didn't even come out yet. This releases this week, and clearly it's already making a bit of a splash on the secondary market. You've got the first appearance of Billy, which is that manga Venom looking character right there. And it seems like on the regular cover, there's what seems to be a Venom Noir. This book already started making some sales on eBay, and raw copies are going for $130 to $160 Canadian, and it came in at number 1 on CBSI's top 10 list this week. So,
yeah, that was followed by a message from you. Yo, make sure you pick this up. Yeah, dude, I don't think people are ordering 25 copies of Extreme Venomverse around here. I'm gonna call tomorrow at 11 a.m. and see if they actually do have one, but this one might be tough. I was surprised that it's number 1. Not surprised at the price, $130, $160. However, I do think that is probably going to drop by the weekend, probably into next week. I could see this, you know, probably holding it down at about $60, $80 in about a week or so.
Yep. I'm totally with Comic Nation, so I'm going to go against you on this one, saying, dude, I think this cover is a banger, man, and I think it would look neat slabbed with a nice little signature on that pink right there. But yeah, man, Ozumaki, there you have it.
Listen, if I get one and somebody wants to buy it off me for $160, I'll find it just for that.
I can assure you, you said that no shop orders 25 copies of Extreme.
Hold on, around my area only. I'm only talking about the Niagara region.
Okay.
In Southern Ontario in Canada.
That's fair, because Jeb probably orders 25 copies just for himself on any issue that includes Venom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. If I ever need a ratio, I know who to contact then.
Yeah. And there you go. Necro first appearance. Yes, I had seen that one too. Now, I didn't read it yet, so I don't want to say anything that I cannot confirm without visually seeing it. But Jeb, if you've got that info, greatly appreciate you sharing that with everyone. Chia Pet, this one's a keeper, so there you have it. Anything that might bring in manga readers, which dominates the market now, and yes, you're 100% right, has a higher ceiling. So good info there, man, guys. I appreciate that. All right, moving on from this one. Yes, back to video games. Like I told you, Mega Man 1, this is the hollow foil variant. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen this out in the wild. I saw only one person that we know pick this one up, and that was Comic Dude. He picked it up for I think about $2, dude.
Huh?
Yeah, $2. So now let's get into this. This is the first US comic appearance of Mega Man, and you get the CGC 9.8 going for 700 USD. That was a sale that took place. This was a cover price shaker this week, so they put that out. If you guys aren't already, go check out Cover Price. Definitely giving us all the great information. And when I saw this sale take place, I freaked, man, because I've got the cover A, which is off to CGC already. I've got the Scotty Young cover, which I want to send to the Scotty signing very soon. But this is the only one I'm missing now. 700 US. That's some good coin, bro. Especially convert that to Canadian. We're at what, 9 bills?
I'll keep missing it, man. I'm okay. I'm all right. 700 US. That's what? Yeah, just do the conversion. I think that's about 920, maybe, possibly. Yeah. Then add in the fact that we're probably gonna have to buy it on eBay or something. So the imports, the shipping, all that, you're probably looking at north, maybe a little bit under 1,100 Canadian.
Yeah.
Dope cover. Like we've talked about video games many times, and one of the ones that we all come back to is Mega Man. Mega Man. I think we've all played it. It was dope. It had the Halo, hovering motorcycle before, Halo had it. It was cool. It was the first game to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to have it, but just at that price point, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I would not be picking it up at that full price right now. But I will say that there is apparent rumors from what I've been seeing online that Netflix is going to be handling a Mega Man project. So,
but they also said stuff about Lady Jane. They also said about just I don't know. I know this is different because it's video games and it'll do well. It's just I think it's got a little bit more. I don't know where you go from here. Even if they do announce something where it's 700 US, maybe it reaches 900. Looking at it from like a flip standpoint, I think if something is announced, I'd rather just wait if I really want it. Yeah. If I'm flipping it, then maybe pick it up. But like, I don't know if I want to do all that work from just a few bucks. I'd rather just wait to get it a bit later.
Yeah, Uni, you're giving me confidence there because those are the only two I have now. Shout out again to Comic Dude for picking this up for very dirt cheap.
$2. Dude, I'll give you $5.
Yeah, man, you more than doubled your money there. So, but yeah, man, very neat to see this on the list. It seems like every week we're seeing a new cover of Mega Man on there and other video games too, which we'll be covering another video game book very shortly. So stick around. Now, like I said, here it is. Game Pro 192. This is pretty much a magazine, but it comes with a Sly Cooper #1 comic insert. Now look at this, dude. Raw sealed, sold for $1,050 US. Also made the cover price shakers list. This is.
Yo, is this still on shelves?
No, dude, hell no, hell no, hell no.
Shit.
Like you got San Andreas on this cover. That's what's being promoted at the time with Metal Gear Solid 3.
Man. Just a reminder: keep everything in the bag.
Yeah.
Always protect what is dear to you.
Oh, my friend, easy. Sith might be here and might take that clip back to Spine Dicks. But yes, keep it sealed, keep it clean.
Dude, I did not know what this is. I'm gonna be honest with you because that's kind of how I am. I don't pick up video game magazines unless somebody's said, "Noob, go get this, go get this." God damn.
Yes.
But if you've got one of these, sell. Don't hold and be like, maybe this will be AF-15 a magazine. No, just goddamn sell it.
Dude, look, be honest with you. Game Pro, Nintendo Power, a lot of these books, these magazines are selling for good coin right now, man.
Yep.
So
but like anything, and I want to repeat this because it's been said many times by many influencers, many people that have software things, many pushers, many everything, the CN person.
Yeah.
What goes up must come down. It doesn't matter what it is, blue chip, whatever. People might say what they want to say about blue chip, but even blue chips have fallen just a little bit, not
Yeah.
all the way. But like I said, what goes up must come down. If I
No,
could get
for sure.
$1,000, if I can get $1,100 US for this, I'm taking it. I'm running it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty impressive to see where this sold at price wise, man. Like 1,050 USD. That's not some chump change. That's some good
No.
coin right there. So yeah, man, it's. I'm
But
gonna
it's
start
probably going to
keeping.
be worth more, sealed than it would be like even low grade graded.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, like I'd keep them sealed, and if you can get $1,000, I'd take $1,000.
for sure, man. And as Nusra Venom said, this is a rare comic, guys. Number 2 is even more rare. So there you have that.
Damn,
What he's referencing there, by the way, is Sly Cooper. So
Slide Cooper.
yeah, but all right, man. Let's move on from this one. Now, Hulk 1. This is the Daniel Acuna. Yeah, the 1 in 20 ratio. First appearance of Red Hulk, and I will put that up for debate any day. We've got ourselves another Hulk 180-81 situation. Newbie, we've discussed this prior in many shows together, but if you've opened the book,
Yeah, that's the problem, right? People don't open the books. They buy the book, send it out to CGC, and then they're
but
like,
he
"I'm
is
a comic collector."
he is there. Hold on,
I know, but the definition, it's sad, but we're going to need one of these, pushers, these, wolf in sheep's clothing influencer to kind of come out and say, hey, this is what it is until something happens, unfortunately. Right. And that's sometimes what happens with first appearances now anyway. It's like whoever's the popular clown gets to decide. Right. I think it's not. I also hate this cover. I would not get it. I would not buy it. $7.75. I'd rather go have that Mega Man. I'd rather go pay and get that Gamer magazine, to be honest with you, before this.
Yeah. No,
I think this one's gonna fall hard after this Captain America movie. I'm just gonna say it now. I think it's gonna fall
really
super hard. I don't think Red Hulk is gonna be a thing, people. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. I don't see it.
All right, well, we'll see. But like I said, now looking at the price, CGC 98 sold for $7.75 USD. Again, this one came up on the cover price shakers list. But dude, absolutely mind blowing to see what this is going for. Of course, this being because Harrison Ford now taking on the mantle after I forgot his name that passed away. That was previously playing who was going to be exactly Red Hulk. This is debatable for sure. Debatable when you look at issue 1 and 2, but I'm not the type to go out and spend this type of money on a book that, like you said, it's got a capacity of maybe even coming down because of the fact that it's the 1-2 punch. I would just pick up both, to be honest with you. I'm gonna keep an eye out on what sales are going to be taking place moving forward, because I don't think we're going to be seeing Red Hulk for still a little bit of time, right? They're currently filming, or I believe they wrapped up.
They wrapped up as of yesterday, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
4th of July around the corner, they had to go get those fireworks. So
yeah, but I think Harrison Ford is a great replacement. I'm looking forward to seeing him take on this mantle. Yeah. But the previous actor, again, I keep forgetting his name. I don't know why. I think
the only thing I was going to add, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, is this is another perfect example of, they've already started filming. They've just finished filming. They've made the big announcement that it's Harrison Ford and things like that. So regardless of the character, being around, I don't think that this is going to hold up. I think that, like I said, if you're a big Red Hulk fan, you should have had it like years ago, personally, because now it's just ridiculous. But I get it. New people coming in, you never know. I just think you can get it cheaper. I wouldn't spend $7.75 US right now. I could probably get it for about $4.50 probably when this thing's over.
Yeah. And of course, there you go, William Hurt. I don't know why I completely blanked out on that, but I think he did a phenomenal job as Ross. But you got to remember, he's been around since Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Now moved on up until when he passed away, and I thought he just definitely dominated the role. Did a great job. Unfortunately, we never got to see him as the Red Hulk, so here comes Harrison Ford, and we'll see how this plays out, man. Newbie, do it. You ready?
What? Acuna.
There you go. Acuna Matata, baby. Look at you, baby.
I'm Spanish. That's a common Latin name where I'm from. So.
I even forgot the N.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh,
now how do you pronounce that with the N? What does that do?
Acuña.
Acuña. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Next book, Web Warriors #3. This is the Wayland variant. Raw copies selling between 120 and 125 USD. Cover price shaker. This one, basic reason for it to even pop was simply because of the movie and being a phenomenal cover. I think it's awesome. Is it 125 USD awesome? That's, I don't know, man.
There's no first appearance. There's no cameo.
There's nothing.
There's no origin. There's no first cover. There's no nothing. So if you want to give me 125 US for this, I'll give you 2. Yeah. I'll give you 50% off the second one. Yeah. Look, this one is a great cover. I kind of dig those old school movie posters. I've said that's kind of the vibe I get. This one I have seen in the wild. I'm trying to think if it was at the Toronto show in the summer last year. But I remember seeing this in a dollar bin. I don't necessarily know if a lot of people, sometimes it happens with some of these books, right? We all might know, but there's some people that are just like, it's Web Warriors, it's this, and they just put it in their $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever. So I don't know, but I wouldn't be spending this kind of money if you bought this one. Congratulations. But I think there's better money well spent. But then again, that old cliche, buy what you like. So if you like this, great. I've just never heard in my comic lifetime anybody say, man, I really dig that Web Warriors run. Oh man, I really dig that Web Warriors 3 variant. Like I've just never heard it. So
yeah. Swag brings up a good point though, back to the Harrison Ford stuff. Can we see him doing more than one movie? I would say maybe 2 at most, right? I don't think Red Hulk is going to be a staple here to stay within the MCU.
No. And he's old. Like it's not, and sorry, I don't want to come off as rude. He's experienced. Like Marvel, we all know how those contracts work and how they limit you with some stuff. Like I don't know. And his Indiana Jones days have just come to an end. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that Red Hulk thing is a thing to stay. That's why I'm telling people, kind of stay away.
Newbie follows all Captain America movie news. Yes, he does. He actually does. But yeah, man. So let's move on. It's the last book on this list for this week. But yeah, man, this was actually the cover price shaker, but it was also key of the week. So Batman 171, first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. Raw sale went for 3,500 USD, which is significantly higher than I believe the previous sale of a 9.4. I'll get back to you on that one.
What was the obviously it was Raw, but like what condition was it like being advertised as?
So what cover price ended up writing within their email, within their list, was that the buyer must have been confident to purchase this at such a high price, right? So the grading was pretty much not mentioned within their article.
Because you said it's higher than the 9.4, right?
Yeah, so I would assume it's probably up there when it comes to the actual grading. The guy must have had some confidence there, but it's a recorded sale, and it went through for 3,500 USD. That's pretty impressive. But still, I think it's pretty fair, to be honest with you, for the book, right?
Yeah.
Given it's the Riddler, man.
Look,
prior to this, the Riddler hadn't appeared in quite some time.
No, but that's the thing with these, and that's kind of where I was going is, you can get a lot of these DC books very cheap. Like I know tons of people right now that are going after them. Yeah. The one thing that I think hurts, and don't take that word out of context, people, don't be throwing stones, but is the first Silver Age, right? So that's the issue that you kind of get with these staple villains, is that it's not truly their first appearance, it's just their Silver Age. But still, because those Golden Age appearances are so far off, it's insane.
So time out. Sorry to cut you off. I mixed up.
What kind of hospitality is this, man? Cutting off the host or the guest? Jeez.
I mixed up the information. So just to clarify, the $3,500 sale was definitely the raw copy, but it's a massive premium over typical near mint raw sales of $600, right? So that's how significantly higher. And they compared it to a 9.6 that was recorded in 2020 that sold for $41K. So, yeah, he must have been confident that it's higher than near mint. So.
Maybe maybe he's just trying to finish a run. Maybe Riddler's his character. Who knows? Yeah.
No, I
When
think
you,
I
when
think
you
he was
want
going.
something, you want something, man.
Yeah, but I think it's a pretty neat cover, man.
Yeah.
Dude, if there's anything that you look at for the first appearance when it comes to iconic Batman villains and characters and stuff like that, obviously most of them are out of reach. That first Silver Age, though, of the Riddler, you know, as cover price said, $600 for a near mint raw. I think that's pretty fair, man. I think that's pretty much your next best bet afterwards, and it's a neat book to own. I really enjoy this cover. I think it's cool.
Two of my most sought after books that I hope to be able to pick up one day is Batman 181 and Batman 121.
Yep.
So Freeze and Poison Ivy.
Yeah. I know that Poison Ivy's on your list for 2023 Grails, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know, man. There's so many shows, so many Grail lists. I don't know. I've changed my way of collecting too, so
Okay.
I don't know. You know, when I get into the new place at the mid-August, and I kind of have all my stuff set up, we'll see. And people will see. They'll be like, "Whoa, there's less comics. Oh, there's different books and things like that." So we'll see, man.
But yeah, before we get into the hot topics of the week, which we're going to go through rather quickly because there were just a few, nothing too crazy, but just want to let you guys know that I currently sit at 149 subscribers. So just letting you guys know, 250 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a little giveaway. So yeah, man, if you guys want to win some free stuff, comics, maybe even cards, who knows, man. I started dipping into card collecting. Yeah, dude. Those PSA ones I'm starting to eye too, man, at my local shop. So
well, if when we get to 250, when I will be giving away an official Team Canada puck. And this
in the spirit of Canada Day.
Spirit of Canada and Canada Day. But I will also be autographing this on the back. I will also be getting everybody who attends Terrificon to sign it as well. And then we will be giving it away. So there you go. And you know, just letting you guys know that once we get to 250, that's what's gonna happen. I also hope to be invited to the 250 show.
Oh, dude, 100%. But I don't know, man, because if you're giving away a $3 puck, now you're gonna sign it and it's gonna depreciate. So it's not really.
First of all, this was given to me when the juniors were playing here.
Oh,
one of the guys was like, "Hey, kid," and he threw this at me, and I don't know if it was meant for me because he said, "Hey, kid," and I was like, "What?"
You robbed a kid of a hockey puck?
No, hey, look, I looked around. There was no kids. So that's why I was like, is he talking to me? I have a beard.
Totally something you would do. But Sith, I actually have a question for you, man. Before we get into the hot topics, PSA is the best. Would you send your cards to CGC?
No.
That's my question for you right now because I'm looking into it. I have a few that
it's cheap, but it like on the market. And Sith might say different. He's the card expert.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it as a guy who's just recently gathering information. Yeah, CGC at $15, but PSA, SCG, SGC. Those two are probably the ones you want. PSA kind of runs the card game for sure.
Newbie is No, we said it earlier. He's 4'6". But all right, man. So some hot topics to discuss this week. So let's get into it. Now we spoke cards, man, and one of the big topics this week is a card that has been found. So we will talk about that in just a little bit. Yeah. But Newbie, you know exactly which one I'm talking about, but we'll get to that. So let's start it off with the first topic real quick. Now, minor news, but hell, we'll take it. Spawn reboot is in active development, could release in 2025. Now, looking at the last Spawn movie, we got that was, I think, in 97, I want to say.
96.
96. So, dude, you're looking at 25 plus 4, man, that's quite some time, man. You're looking at 29 years since we've gotten a Spawn movie. If this makes a 2025 release, so that
means 2029, really.
Yeah, probably. You're not totally wrong on this one, but Spawn fans must be super ecstatic to hear this, dude. I'm actually happy to hear it. I watched the first one. I'm sure you did as well.
Love the redhead, man. Love the redhead.
Of course you do.
Um,
I hope your wife never watches because she's nowhere close to the redhead.
Look, I'm just gonna say one thing because we're actually gonna be talking about this on Tuesday too. And I see AOA's comment, Spawn fans, there are dozens of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and they've been waiting a long time. The only problem is, anytime there's a little bit of smoke with this, it's not like there's fire.
Yeah.
Anytime there's smoke with this, it's usually put out really quick. I don't know if it's the Todd father, whatever the case may be, money. I don't know, but I'm hoping that they officially come out with something. It'd be cool to see this character. But it's similar to Mortal Kombat, right? It took a long time, and we always heard rumors, and we, oh, this is happening. Yeah, okay. I think this is going to be one of those things that until I see a trailer, until I see, somebody ruining and spoiling a casting thing, I'm probably not going to believe it.
Yeah. Guys, the reason why I'm bringing up the CGC question for cards is because I saw apparently they're going to be changing the label. So it's gonna look nicer, but I was just curious. Obviously, PSA I know is the better one, but
depends what you want to do with the cards. If they're personal, like anything, right? Like if it's personal and you want CBCS for comics, get that. But depends if you want to flip them. I would probably go with PSA. That's what I did with some of the cards I just sent out last week. So
I was waiting for Baker to comment on this subject because he is one hell of a Spawn fan, and yeah, man, he's calling bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, look, I hope it's legit. It seems like this is where it's headed. It's gonna be dropping within 2025. So
we had Jamie Foxx as like the last rumored person to play this, right? That's who we think it is.
I believe so. I really actually hope not, man.
Yeah.
I hope they go with some other no-name guy, to be honest with you, rather than Jamie Foxx, because I don't like the way he portrayed Electro. I really don't. It felt like Jamie Foxx. It just did not feel like it was Electro.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how it would turn out.
Denzel's kid. I mean, I know he's a little shorter, but like Denzel's kid could possibly play.
Yeah. Plus live on Smite Ticks even. Yeah, do it, man. But yeah, man. So that's some good news when it comes to Spawn. I guess let's take it for what it is. Swag saying probably gonna make more money selling signed posters than movie. Dude, you're not wrong, man. Especially if they start. Don't they slab posters already and stuff like that?
Some do. I've got a few posters that I'm actually possibly sending out. I've got like some boxing posters and some UFC posters.
Yeah.
So
I love how everyone's chiming in here, man. BGS Black Label is your grail you shoot for in the cards. Cool, man. Yeah,
I think he means the SGC. Those are the black ones.
Yeah. PSA definitely from Derek. Yeah, so I appreciate everyone, chiming in on that one. But Paul in the 619, bro, first off, man, you hit me up saying you weren't going to be able to make the show tonight, and the fact you're here is a blessing, bro. So I appreciate you hanging out in the chat. But yeah, man. So Spawn news, minor, but we'll take it. So let's move on from this. Ah, boy. We've got our Superman, dude.
No, we don't.
we got Lois too.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I feel a certain way about that Lois, but dude, everyone's saying the same thing, right? He totally looks like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work, to be honest, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really digging this pairing. There were other people that like kind of tried out, and they kind of had them near the end of their like auditions, and I thought like there was better candidates. Obviously, what movie credentials do I have? Like just going based on eyes and stuff like that. But no, for me, this. I don't know. I mean, it could surprise the world, but I don't think these two are gonna, do anything for that pairing. So, sorry.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw that they were saying he looks like a Wish version of Henry Cavill mixed with even the previous Superman. I forgot what his name is. I think he was in one of those chick flick movies that my wife watched. I totally forgot, but yeah, man, I don't know. Dude, the Lois kind of threw me off, but we'll see. A Superman, dude, look, a younger Superman, especially being that it's Superman Legacy. I could see it, man. I could see it, but Time will tell. Time will tell. I think, are we putting faith in James Gunn? Dan Delatore's in the chat. I already know he's going to lose it.
He's
Him,
basically a DJ for movies. Like that's his one play. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like he puts really good music in like movies, and then people are like, "Yo, this is sick." But like, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I think a lot of people are putting a lot of, eggs in their basket when it comes to James Gunn. Do I think he's good? Yes. Do I think he's going to have some things that are good? Yeah, but you're not going to bat 1,000.
Yeah, but
That's just the way it is.
This is what I wanted to say is like I was saying earlier, Uni's on nailed it here. It's if they go with that early storyline, I think he looks good in this role, man. So one request that I did not expect to see in the chat, and I will take it because it's pretty interesting, is that David needs a Superman with a thicker neck, and I hope that's with 2 C's, bro.
That's what she said.
But yeah, man. Let's see. It's cool to see now we've got a casting here. This news came out even faster than any Fantastic forecasting, so we'll take it.
James Gunn is not batting 800. There's no. He's batting like, I'd say James Gunn is like 675.
Shit. So 675. He's saying 800, and Dan's going one bat above 200. Damn, Dan's been pretty intense when it comes to this. Can we start the show already? Look who's popping in late. There it is. We should put him on the big screen. We will later. But yeah, man. So let's see how this plays out. But Nemesis, bro, appreciate you being here, man. I saw you doing some cool things on Instagram today, man. If you guys haven't yet, go check it out, man. The guy's a celebrity at this point, right? Just hanging out with some cool peeps. I won't spoil it, but go follow him on Instagram. All right. So there you have him in the suit. Whatever. The neck, I hope it's thick enough for where
this is no.
For David. BC, do you enforce drug testing on your show? Not entirely. The gun slander is nuts. Dude is the GOAT, guys. Oh man, I love seeing the chat going in on this. But all right, let's move on, guys. I want to keep the friendships amongst everybody. Guys, Indiana Jones. It's a rough start for Indiana Jones, and we were just talking about this, man, not too long ago. But yeah, man, it's looking like it's closing the weekend a little above $60 million just in North America. So
this was their biggest. Good. This is like their most expensive movie too that they've done.
Yep.
Like this, yeah. Man, I'm gonna be very blunt with this and very honest. Is anybody surprised?
No.
Okay, because like I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually when like Disney, Marvel, DC, like video game, like just any movie that I really want to go see, I'm there on Thursday. I'm there the day it comes out. Obviously, if I got time, I'm always there that Thursday, 7:00 show. That's the earliest you can get it here.
Yeah.
This one, I was like, I'll just wait till this comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Well, dude,
like, I really just, it's not.
Another thing up against it is the month of June was brutal when it came to releases, right? Every weekend you had I want to say you had a blockbuster, right?
Yep.
You had
Spider-Man, Transformers, Spider-Verse, Flash, Secret Invasion dropped, and then I think there's one more. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's this as well that dropped. It was I think Little Mermaid was like just a bit before that. Not that it matters. Elementals was up there, right? Because it was a Disney release. Kids obviously wanted.
My documentary dropped on Spotify.
Yes, and that did terrible.
And Audible. So
it's making me, Dan, I'll be honest with you. I did make him piss in a cup. He probably drank it though. But yeah, man. So Blu-rays still, dude. I actually still collect Blu-rays. I don't know if you guys do. Super Mario came out, bought the
Super Mario. That's the other one, like mid-May, early May.
So. Oh, but that was way before. It was way before. It would not interfere with this release, but clearly within the month of June, like I said, there was 4 big movies that dropped. Look, you've yet to see even Flash, and you've yet to see Spider-Verse, and you've obviously not seen this. So if you had to pick between the 3, I think this falls at the bottom of your list.
Oh, right? 100%. Yeah. I would probably have to go back and watch like Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah. Hey, heard they were pretty woke with this. Decided to watch streaming instead of the theater. I'm a huge indie fan. Even read the novels. So Sith, man, let me know what you thought about it, man. Hit me up, because I'm still on the fence on even if I want to go watch it, man. And it's been so long that obviously I do want to go relive that Indiana Jones stuff, see what new ventures he's out on here. But I'm hesitant, man. It kind of looks.
I think the other problem is going to be I think they're going to have a tough time getting like new viewers who don't necessarily know the whole grasp of Indiana Jones. I think like for the true fans of it, or people who've just kind of grown up with it, they'll go see it. They know it. But I think this one probably struggled to get new people, especially if if they went woke with it. Yeah.
But anyways, man. So okay, haven't seen it yet. Don't think it's on streaming yet. All right.
How can they go woke with it? The movie takes place in like 1960, doesn't it?
Not that I know of.
I think it takes place like in the 60s or something. So
Last Crusade was the last great Indiana Jones movie. I haven't watched that in quite some time, man, to be honest with you, but I do remember liking that one. He doesn't scream apple pie. I don't know what was woke about it. Spine tick. So okay, AOA may have seen it already.
See, 1969. That was right.
1969. Cool.
They can't be woke in 1969.
We're gonna have to see it, but yeah, man. So back to what I was saying, it's a rough start so far for Indiana Jones. So I think they had a $300 million budget for this one.
But okay, before we go real quick, are you starting to see a trend though that like all these movies aren't hitting it? Is it because A, people aren't interested, B, it's summer, C, there's just other places you can go see it, stream it? Like maybe people just don't care and they'll steal it, they'll stream it. Yeah. And it doesn't matter to people. You know what I mean? I still have buddies that are like, dude, why are we going to the theater? I'd rather just like stream it. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch Top Gun Maverick on a fucking laptop. What's the matter with you? You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't want to say you're opening a can of worms with this one, but yeah, look, you're not entirely wrong. It's a mix of pretty much almost all of that, because a lot of people, yes, would definitely rather stream. But look, then you've got movies that hit numbers like Super Mario, right? Super Mario fucking kicked ass, man, in theaters. It dominated over $1 billion, right?
But that also has to do with you're a father, you have little kids. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go take my kids on a day to the movies because of Super Mario. It's an easy thing. You know what you're expecting. You're not going to see nudity, swearing, things like that. I think it's just one of those, takes.
Swag starting stuff again. Hot take. Yeah, man. I don't know. You know what? It's not. I don't disagree. Super Mario. Yeah, Top Gun kicked ass too. It's the prices for. Yeah, dude, look, realistically, I don't know what it's costing you guys out in the States. So Dan, Swag, Nemesis, for ourselves here, Canadian, if you want to watch a movie in just AVX, which is like, the bigger screen or even IMAX, like, dude, it's over $20 Canadian just for the movie. Then you get yourself a bag of popcorn with a drink. It's another $16, we'll say. So you're up $36, man. Yeah, might as well just buy the movie at that point. But yeah. See, too expensive to go watch a movie with the family, dude. Don't.
And I remember when Mortal Kombat came out during COVID, right? And I remember it was like $25, and I was losing my mind. My wife's like, "That's like cheaper than going to a movie." I'm like, "This is ridiculous!" Like,
yeah. I just want to take a moment because now Nowhere Bound is here as well. So Nowhere Bound, man, appreciate you coming and hop into the chat, hanging out with myself, and
$10-15 US for a movie, eh?
Yep, it's nuts.
Yeah. Here's $11 a movie ticket. So.
Yep. But all right, let's move on from this one. So I'm sure some people heard about this, right? And I won't dip too deep into this one. Yeah, Distillery. So the Devil's Cut is going to be launching apparently 8 series titles.
8 series.
Yeah, I love the echo effect. That was
Meanwhile, the listeners are like, dude, stop.
No, at all. But yeah, man. So this has a lineup of incredible writers already, involved in this. So the publishing company is also got example names like Ram V. You've got Tinian and so forth. Mirka Andolfo, whatever. Yeah, something like that. And she's Italian, and I'm butchering her name, but yeah, man. So these guys are also, from what I'm understanding, part of the publishing company. They don't work for the publishing company. They are part of the publishing company. So this is something very different to see, but good for them. It's a pretty intense lineup of writers here, artists as well. And this one actually just snuck in on FOC. I'm hearing some things too where, you know, this distillery might have ties to already plans Hollywood related and so forth. So we'll see. But I think this is a little sneaky pick that popped up on FOC today. So if you guys have the opportunity at FOC, it wouldn't hurt to grab yourself a copy. I would grab a copy. Nah, man, you gotta let the people know, bro.
Don't take my line and use it against me. Yeah.
Gotta let the people know.
Let the people also know though the price tag though, so don't be surprised. It is a
Yep.
$9.99 US price
Yep.
book. So you know, Canadians, you're looking at about $11.25 a book. So just don't be surprised by that.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's got a $9.99 US price tag, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with Comixology, but yeah, man. So it's got a pretty good roster. How does it hold? We will see. But this one shot that is on FOC right now, FOC is closing up tomorrow, so some of you might still have time to go and pre-order, but keep an eye out, man. There's multiple covers available. FOC's got a cover A, a cover B, and a cover H available right now. There's ratio covers as well. I'm not going crazy on any of that. I'm picking up maybe a copy of each cover. Probably going to skip out on the ratios, but definitely interesting that this one shot is going to kick off 8 series. And at that point, kind of like look what happened with the Hulk series, the Hulk annual. You got some previews there, so this one's going to be a big thick book for $9.99, and who knows, man. Those first apps might play out down the road, but again, I'm not pumping this stuff as, hey, this is the hottest shit since sliced bread, but letting people know it snuck in on FOC, and I don't think many people caught it. So if you're interested, go check it out.
I love it. I dig it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're going to talk a little more about this on Tuesday with Greg. Greg's got a lot of information too when it comes to this stuff. So
where are you guys meeting? Where are you guys talking about it?
We're actually going to be talking about it on this Uruguayan guy's channel. I don't even know what his name is. I think his name is.
Sounds great. You already had me at Uruguayan. So.
There you go. But yeah, no, definitely check out myself, Greg, and Newbie on Newbie's channel at 9:40 p.m. Eastern time this Tuesday. We'll be talking a bit about this one. But yes, the big topic, dude. Now, yo, this is huge. Check this shit out. So the one of one Magic the Gathering's the One Ring card has been found. PSA grade 9, man. So there's only one. There's only one, and it was graded a fucking 9. And props.
I know that's what killed me about it. I was like, what?
Props to them, dude. This was brokered with like so many people in order to make sure this gets treated properly. But a reseller in Spain, check this shit out. A reseller in Spain is offering more than $2 million plus a trip to Europe in exchange for the card. On Friday, a New York-based reseller called Dave & Adams had reportedly taken receipt of the card, but is not able to exceed its previously offered bounty of $1 million.
Why?
The owner, I don't know. The owner is accepting serious offers via its attorney through an email address. So there's the email address. I don't think anybody here is going to be going crazy. But yeah, man, which appears to be managed by a Canadian marketing firm. So yay, Canada. But dude, this is nuts. $2 million offered out the gate already, plus a trip to Europe. Hey, man, I would be happy. I would be selling. I would totally be selling. But it's
yeah. If you hold on to this and you work a normal 9 to 5 where you're not making like what is it, 8-9 figures a year, like just fucking sell it. Like what are you gonna do? You got a $2 million house, but you're renting an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. You got 3 kids.
Yeah,
just sell the damn card. $2 million US plus a trip. I would sell it in a heartbeat. Just know, guys, because we do get a lot of these questions. Just because it is a Canadian market firm does not necessarily mean that all the Canadians are involved in this. Me, BC, we have nothing to do with this. So don't blame us if you buy the card and it comes up a little ding.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I would crack and resend it.
No.
Because here's the thing. It's a 9 already. It's PSA, so you know that they were going through it like crazy. And it's just the one. It's one of one. So anytime that card comes back, they're already going to know what to look. It's not like there's like 10 of them You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they can change it. Like it's one of one. I would probably just keep it the way it is, man. I wouldn't even want to play around with that.
Now, would you lock this shit up somewhere very safe, or would you make the sale? Like, dude, already out the gate, the guy's been off for 2 million plus a trip to Europe. I can tell you one thing, man. I'm running with that money.
Listen,
Guys, Lord of
I'm
the Rings.
gonna tell you right now, I would sell it, but not tell anybody. And then I would just take my wife out somewhere nice. I'd probably buy her a nice car, myself a car,
And
she'd
leave
be
her
like,
there.
Oh my God, what happened? No. But like,
Just leave
I
her.
don't think I would tell anybody. I don't think I would tell anybody. I would just sell it. Like, you guys probably wouldn't hear from me because I had said this I think Zach and Justin had created a little chat for it when it was announced. Like, I would probably drive it down myself to PSA, and I would not leave. Like, I would literally drive there, stay there, and I would not leave until it's done.
That, I don't know, man. He's on something tonight, but no, dude, totally understand that you know, taking that gamble to crack and resubmit. I don't think I would be doing that.
No.
I would totally be taking the money, like you said.
It's a one of one. They're gonna know when it comes back. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just want to know if they do this when it comes in. It's like, hey, Daryl, we got that card. And then they pass it on like that. Like, I wonder if that's how it goes down to like the person who's judging it. You know,
Sith, I'm laughing because I'm just reimagining the clip from last night with the Bitcoin stuff. But yeah, selling that for sure. Pay off the mortgage, buy another full Bitcoin, lose half in taxes. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, dude. So this is nuts, man. It finally surfaced. The one of one, Lord of the Rings here.
You know what's funny is what's gonna happen to the cards now? Because like no one's gonna go buy. Like, I wouldn't buy them. Like, knowing that it's not there. Like, it's like, oh shit. You know, you're shit out of luck if you're a retailer. Like, who's gonna want to buy them? Like, the fun is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, Newbie, serious question: how many cards are there of this card out there?
No.
All right, so he's passing the drug test somewhat. But
yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I'm just saying the fact that like there's only one and it's already 9. Like, why would you try to resubmit it? It makes zero sense. Like, they already know what's happening. You know what I mean?
I think, look, Paul, 100%. It's still a one of one, right? And I think that's pretty neat. But you know what, Newbie, you bring up a good point. The fact that now it's been found, right? So it's out there, public information. What happens to the remaining packs that are on the shelf? So obviously, there's fans. They're still going to be picking up packs for what, you know, personal reasons and so forth.
There's another one though, like it's a ring. From what I'm told, like, I don't know the cards. I don't follow Lord of the Rings, unfortunately. But there is like another ring card, and there's like 7,000 of them. So I'm asking, is that like the next best card? But like, you're not getting 2 million for that.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, man. So just to give you guys a little update, this is huge news on what's going on market wise. This has been found, and it's pretty cool to see, man. Like, 2 million, that's some big coin. Dude, just a trip to Europe, I'd be happy.
2 million US.
Yeah, so good money right there. But guys, that was the hot topics for tonight. That was the show. I appreciate the entire chat coming to hang out. So Nemesis saying tomorrow morning, Newbie Comics YouTube Shorts, Lord of the Rings.
He's made it very clear he hates seeing my name pop up now. He's like, I want to support you, but like, I hate seeing your name come up with those shorts.
So guys, here, let's pull back the curtain a little bit, okay? So for those of you who are still here in the chat or catching the replay, this is a legit conversation that took place backstage immediately after the show with Nemesis. The show ends and he's like, so Newbie, what the fuck is up with these shorts? Like, why are you posting twice?
Listen, I'm gonna bribe Justin with a little package I have for him at Terrificon. All right. So
your little package, what?
Okay, that sounded wrong.
You do that, buddy. You do that, buddy.
No, it sounded wrong. It sounded wrong. Hot pitch from Marvel 1.
Yeah.
Stone variant foils, 6 total hidden polybag. I mean, I would love that, but I mean,
yeah. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Noshta Venom, thank you for hanging out. Guys, chat, everybody, thank you for hanging out, man. It's a blast. It's always a great time. Newbie, like I said, thank you for being on for the first time on my show. We're 6 episodes in. We learned today that the number 6 means something to you for some weird ass reason. But
That's right.
regardless, dude, love you, appreciate you, and of course, Empire, bro. I don't even know where to start, man. But it's been a week, well, a few days, I would say, since Tuesday that we've been having to learn this information. And dude, I could tell you, if you're listening up there, the community has really come together, man. It's awesome to see. Last night on Spine Takes, that was a great time. Seeing everybody come together, showing love, support. His GoFundMe that his family put together is reaching and getting very close to the goal. So, comic community has been very active, and it just goes to show you guys that yes, we're always here talking comics and all that fun stuff, but I think seeing the human side to everybody and just interacting with you guys weekly, daily, making relationships amongst friends and so forth. For me, that's the bigger picture, man. And I'm grateful. So Empire, somebody I used to talk to pretty often, man, at least 2-3 times a week. I love you, bro. I miss you. And it was really hard to hear the news, especially live on Newbie stream. I think that one took us back a bit. We tried to stay focused, but yeah, the reality started to hit once we got off stream, and that's pretty much it, man. Empire, you'll definitely never be forgotten. We love you, bro.
Well said, man.
Yep. So that was the show, guys. Newbie, we will get together again on Tuesday at 9:40 p.m. Eastern time, but
let the people know where they can find you.
Wow, that was a pretty good impression, man. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, man. Episode 6. Whew. I told you right from the start to kind of, do your thing, and it's been a great time. Everything that you've kind of put out has been really good. I watch it all the time. I support you as a friend. So congratulations. I know I've said it to you privately, but just put it out there in the internet world. Thank you to the chat for hanging out, and Sith, we'll talk about those clips. I'm gonna need copyright infringement or something on that. But yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. A lot of fun. And yeah, we'll be kicking it Tuesday, 9:40 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, sir. All right. That's the show, guys. Peace.